Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Shelby Spencer, and if you are new here, hello! Okay, so for today's video, it is a highly requested video that I had put on my Instagram if you guys wanted to see. So I'll leave my Instagram right down below if you guys want to go check it out and give me a follow. I'd appreciate that. But we are going to be doing a total sweat-proof or waterproof summer tutorial, and this is what it is. This is a budge-proof face. I could go run a marathon and sweat every ounce of sweat I could, and I would still come out looking like this. So if you guys want to see how to make sure your makeup stays through workouts, activities, swimming, sweating, a hot day, whatever it may be, keep watching. So we're first going to start with our base, and that is probably one of the most important things because it's going to kind of let your makeup stick to your face and help it ensure longer. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with two primers. The first one is going to be my Tarte Clean Slate Timeless Primer. This is just going to help with smoothing out all my pores, mainly just to make sure that your face looks smooth for your makeup application. Okay, after I have applied that into my T-zone, I'm going to be going in with a mattifying primer. This is from Makeup Forever. This is their Step 1 Base Mattifying Primer. I am not too oily, so I don't really reach for this much, but if I know I'm going to be sweating, I like to apply a teeny bit of this right onto my forehead, my nose, and my chin, because that's where my oil will develop the most and my makeup will come off. And this stuff is the best mattifying primer I have ever used. So if you guys have extremely oily skin, I would definitely give this a try, and you don't need a lot, so it lasts an extremely long time. And of course, I'll leave all the products down below. Okay, so now since we have kind of let the base, the primer portion of our routine set on our face, we're gonna just go ahead and move into eyebrows. I recently came across this new eyebrow product. This is the Kat Von D Longwear Pomade, and as you can see, I obviously have not used much of it, but I have tested it out, and this stuff is so water resistant and budge proof. It is unbelievable. So what I do is I take a little bit of this on just any kind of angled definer brush, and I will just go ahead and go in and fill in my eyebrows. Today we're going to go in with my Healthy Elixir because I think it's going to match me a little bit better since I have kind of a tan. So I'm just going to reach for a kabuki brush and just lightly apply this on my face. Okay, so now it is time for concealer. For concealer, I'm going to be going in with my Tarte Shape Tape. This stuff is just my go-to. This stuff is full coverage and it just lasts a long time. So I always put this around my nose and my mouth to cover up any redness and underneath my eyes. Now here's the trick. When blending in your concealer, what I like to do is I will take my setting spray. Now this is the All Nighter setting spray, and I will spray my beauty blender with this. Soak it up pretty good. Squeeze it out so it's not super wet. And I will go in and blend my concealer in. Now, by doing this, you're basically adding an extra layer of setting spray onto your skin, which is going to help ensure your makeup. And as you will see throughout this video, this little guy is gonna come in handy a lot. So once you've done that, just go ahead and blend out your concealer. Hey guys, I hope you guys can see me. The lighting outside is kind of going up and down, so I hope the lighting isn't too bad right now. But next we're gonna move on to setting powder. And for this, I'm going to be using my Coty Airspun base powder. This stuff is my favorite. It's the cheapest powder you can literally find in the market that's gonna do the job. So what I will do is I will take a little bit on my brush, sweep it under my eyes to set my concealer, take a little more anywhere on my face that I put any other product to really set that in. And then here's another trick. If you have a stubborn pimple that you are just really concerned about your makeup coming off and your redness coming through, what you're gonna do is you're gonna take quite a bit of this powder on a brush, and let's just say you have a pimple on your forehead. You're gonna load it up like this. So you guys see that? Yeah, obviously there's a lot of excess on there, but you're gonna let it bake for about 5 or so minutes, and when you take it off, 1, you're not going to be able to see your pimple, and 2, you know it's going to be set and locked and loaded all night long. But since I don't have one right there right now, we're just going to swipe that off so it doesn't look too cakey. So again, this powder is amazing. You can of course go in with your Laura Mercier powder. I love this one as well. But if I had to choose one between these two for going out in a super hot, sweaty day, this would be my go-to. All right, next we're gonna move on to bronzer. And as you will notice throughout this, I like to go in with a cream and then a powder. That is what's really gonna ensure that your makeup lasts all day. Now, you by all means do not have to do this because most people are not gonna have creams and powders of everything laying around. So that's why I suggest always having your setting spray and a good face powder, because that's what's really gonna ensure your makeup lasting. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go in with my Stilla Aqua Glow Perfecting Bronzer. And what I like to do is take a little bit of this on the back of my hand. It looks extremely dark, but it blends out beautifully. And I will take this on, let's see here, really any brush. I used to do this on a beauty blender, but I will take this and I will just work it around my face where I would originally put my bronzer. And this stuff is beautiful. Like I use this stuff on day-to-day basis too every once in a while because it is so beautiful and it's such a natural product. And you can be really messy with it because, like I said, it just blends in and it's just gonna add you a really beautiful bronze all over your skin. I'm gonna go in with my Hourglass Flash Stick, I think is what it's called. Yep, Vanish Champagne Flash Stick. This is a beautiful product. All Hourglass products are beautiful. And what I like to do is take a couple stripes in my C shape, right here, Anywhere I know I'm gonna highlight, I'm just gonna go ahead and apply a base layer of this. And then what I will do is I will go in with a very dense brush, and I'm not gonna sweep it because you don't wanna remove the product and disturb your foundation underneath. So you're just gonna lightly pat it in until it blends into your skin. And the nice thing about this product is, look, it's already blended in. I'll even take my finger and do that to the other side. Okay, after we have applied that base layer, we're gonna go in with powder products. Now I have a couple bronzers to show you guys. One is high-end and one is drugstore. They're both great. I think they both will do the job. So the drugstore one is my NYX Matte Bronzer. You guys have seen this many times on my channel. I love this. I would admit I probably reach for this one more on a day-to-day basis because it's smaller and I like the color a little better. And the next one is my Stilla Stay All Day Bronzer. Looks like this. As you can see, the one's more cool tone, one's more warm tone, but I think they're both great. This one is, I think, technically supposed to be waterproof, but like I said, this one does the trick. So we're gonna go in with the cheaper one today. And what I like to do is take this on a big fluffy brush and just apply this all over my face where I put the liquid bronzer. And in the summertime, I love to look bronze. I like to look like a bronze goddess. So don't be afraid to just go in with the bronzer. Now, there are not very many waterproof highlighters out there that will actually say they're waterproof, but I have really noticed that Tarte has a really great line of stuff being waterproof, water resistant. So that's why I chose to go in with my Amazonian Clay highlighter in the shade Exposed. This highlighter is beautiful. It's a nice champagne color. So I think it's gonna look beautiful on our skin today. So I'm gonna take a little bit of this on my Anastasia A23 brush and just apply this on top. Do you guys see that? It is gorgeous. And it just melts into your skin, and gosh, I haven't used this in such a long time. I forgot how much I liked it. Now, what I like to do after I apply blush anytime, because, you know, I like to go a little overboard, is I just take my bronzer brush, no extra product, and just blend it out. Okay, before we go ahead and move on with our rest of our face, our eyes, whatever we have left, we're gonna do a good spritz of our all-nighter setting spray all over our face to make sure we set it. Now, if you think you've done one round, do one more. We really, really, really want to make sure this stuff sets. Okay, so last is mascara. I have a couple options for you guys. I will say one of my favorites is probably the Makeup Forever Aqua Smoky Extravagant. This was in my last video, which I will link down below. But I have found a waterproof drugstore mascara. This is by Maybelline. This is their Lash Sensational Mascara. I have not yet to try it, but we're going to try it today. The brush is pretty big, but I still think it could work. So I'm going to go ahead and just apply a light layer of mascara off camera, and I'll be right back. We have mascara on, so last thing is lips. And for lips today, we're going to be going in with the L'Oreal Color Riche Shine in Glossy Fawn, and we're just going to add a little bit of this to the center of our lips, just for some shine and color. Now, the last step that I would do, just to really ensure that my makeup is set, is I would go in one more time with the setting powder. Now, this one is from Urban Decay, and this is actually a waterproof setting powder, and I think it's supposed to just be a universal shade, so this is it. But what I will do is I will go in, take a little bit of this, and just really press it into my skin, mostly into my T-zone, and into my forehead, my chin, and I will do it like right here, and then just lightly blend it up. Because you don't want to disturb all the product you have down, but you still want to set it. And it takes away some shine, but this stuff, you could literally keep going and it would not look cakey. So it is an amazing product, and it really sets it. Now, I have one more little tip for you guys. And you might have heard of this, you might think I'm crazy, but I'm telling you it works. You need to go buy some coffee filters, the cheapest ones by all means. And what you will do is you will take your coffee filter, and what I like to do is I will cut them in half so they're about this size. And I will stick these in my purse, in my beach bag, wherever. And when you start to sweat and you get extremely oily, you just blot this on your skin, and it will suck up all of your oil without disturbing your makeup. I'm sure you guys have seen blotting paper and stuff that you can buy on the market, but it's extremely expensive. So here's a cheaper alternative that you can find anywhere, and it's kind of like a DIY do-it-yourself. So I always carry these around with me now, and you know, they're just great. Get a little oily, blot it up, and you're good to go. And guys, I hope you guys liked this video, and it was requested, and again, I'm sure if you guys go ahead and use some of my tips and tricks, your makeup will last through whatever you guys need it to last through. All right, bye.